Okay, we're on. Hi, everybody. It's Dara.
And Herbie.
And this is Clean Cooking 101 with Herbie. And we are really excited because this is the first time I've made Herbie soups before, but this is the first time that Herbie's actually participated in making his own soup, which is really good because what's that saying, like when you teach a fish, the whole fish thing?
The whole fish thing is that you just don't give people a donation. You want them to feel good, and in order to feel good, you teach them how to fish so that they can
eat, right?
So that way they get their own food.
They can feed themselves. So
Right.
It's one thing I could make you food, but wouldn't it be nice if I take the time that instead of making the food, which I love to do and I'll do that anyway, wouldn't it be nice to teach you how to feed yourself?
Which I'm doing sometimes.
Yes, you are. You're doing a great job of it. Herbie's like noticeably getting younger. It's been since July 3rd that he started eating organic vegan, and it's now what?
6 months.
6 months. Yay! 6 months.
Yes.
Wow.
July till beginning of January.
And people are remarking, Alexandra at Moon Juice said, your dad looks so good. He looks different. And Laszlo, and everybody's saying the same thing. So your good energy went into it. Herbie came upstairs with a bowl of stuff, and he's going to tell you what it is. We went to the market, and he picked out some of his favorite things. Okay. So what'd you do?
I cut up some yams, sweet potato.
Let's check the size. Oh, that's small. Okay, go ahead.
Then I cut up 2 red peppers.
Oh, nice. That's small. Good.
Then you said to cut up larger eggplant.
That's big.
Yeah, you said they shrink, right?
These do. Eggplant will get mushy. If you cook it for an hour, they're okay, but the longer they cook, they just turn into mush. And if you like to chew into your food, you want to keep things bigger. And the sweet potato, for you, I would have kept a little bit bigger, but we'll see how it goes. And since we want to have this for dinner, we have a live studio audience. And he's going to have dinner too. So this will only cook for about an hour. So the sweet potato should be fine.
Well, I can always use a bigger spoon for the smaller stuff.
Okay. Okay, so Herbie's sense of humor is still intact. So now we have, go ahead, so tell them what else you put in there.
A big red onion that's cut up fairly fine. And then if I want to eat, I got to participate in preparing.
Aww.
So it's,
you don't have to.
Well, no.
You don't have to, because I would happily do this for you.
I know you would, but you're entitled to your life, to do your things.
Rest.
And this is important,
yes,
that I be independent if and when.
If and when you should want to do this for yourself. It's lovely. And the thing that's nice about this is that, so there's purple onion in here, and the thing about this is that it's so easy. You just basically chop up whatever. You could use turnips, you could use all kinds of different vegetables, mushrooms, and all we're going to do is put it in this pot, fill the pot to, the water will go right where the top of the vegetables is, and then you have water, and the two things that you have to add, in my opinion, to keep it clean and yet still keep it delicious, I'm going to add coconut oil. It's a great fat. It's not going to change its molecular structure so that it's still healthy and will run cleanly through your body, but it adds a good feeling, a fullness to the soup, and a good fat. And I will use pink Himalayan salt, not iodized salt, for many, many reasons. This is the healthier choice. And I will add bits and pieces of kale. So there's a nice hearty green in there, and then we'll chop up carrots. So that's really the basics. Now you can add garlic, you can add all different spices, you could add fresh herbs, rosemary and dill. We'll go to the farmer's market on Wednesday and get those. You could add dried if you don't have fresh. And what I'm going to do for the live studio audience and Herbie is I'm going to rinse off these super greens, a white and red quinoa with millet and buckwheat, and then you'll have that with your kind of soupy stew. I'm going to make the soup pretty thick. Sound good?
Is there any way of making it less than an hour?
Sure. I think since you cut everything up, it really depends on the size of the chop. So if it's finely cut, it will cook through. There's more surface area for the water to boil through. So the fact that you cut the sweet potato really small is great. And I'll chop up the eggplant, and everything is chopped so beautifully and so small that this probably could be done in like a half an hour.
Oh,
Okay, so be happy.
I'm holding back my appetite.
All
for a
right,
half
so
hour.
I'm gonna is there anything you want to share with everybody while I just rip up the kale in here?
Yes, people have been complimenting that I'm looking better and so on. And it reminded me of something my sister, of blessed memory, used to say, that her philosophy was that when she reached 70, every birthday, instead of adding, she would take off. So using my sister's philosophy, I'm 55.
Beautiful, beautiful. So if we're even going to concern ourselves with the age, we're getting younger,
Right.
right?
Not only on a yearly basis, but a daily basis.
That's right.
Right,
We have that power.
We're living good, we're eating good, and in my case, I love the sun bath. It's very relaxing and getting my vitamin D, and as well as my great trainers and massage people. And I even spoke to my yoga teacher who's in Hawaii earlier today.
Oh, that's so
Please.
nice. Denise, hi. Hi,
Hi.
Laszlo. Hi,
Please
True.
come home.
Come home. So the thing is that you get to do this. And I love what Herbie said. Like, he's just such a great proponent for this, because living a life going 80 some odd years around the planet, we're not even concerned with his age anymore, other than to grab people's attention, because their parents and grandparents, this could turn them on to a whole new way of living, that it's possible to open your mind up to a different way of living and then rejuvenate your body, get healthier, right?
No question. I mean, each day it's just a blessing, to feel good, think good, and behave good.
Behave good. And Herbie's changing. Like, I think probably thought patterns are changing. And the interesting thing, I think, is that I said, he said, but I want peanut butter. And I was like, well, he goes, can I have it? And really what I should have said is, you can have whatever you want. But do you want this to affect all of this that's going in? Do you want anything clogging the proper absorption of nutrients like peanut butter might do? So if you're putting all this good stuff in, you really you want to keep doing the best for your body. And I think that's one of your...
Well, as a result, as of today, because I love the taste of organic peanut butter, I threw away a jar that was still 1/4 full.
Wow, that's bold. That's bold from a Depression era baby. Okay, the reason that peanut butter, and not jungle peanut butter, like jungle peanuts are okay and raw approved, it's the aflatoxin in the peanuts, and it's the fact that many of them are roasted and could very easily be rancid, but it's more importantly the mold aflatoxin that is in most, if not all, peanuts. So when in doubt, leave it out and eat the almond butter, eat the almond butter, the hazelnut butter, the cashew butter.
Isn't my daughter smart?
Yeah, that's easy. If you say one thing over and over again, you tend to remember it. Thank you, Herbie. Okay, so what we're going to do is, you can put these vegetables... Well, I'll do it because you didn't wash your hands yet. So wow, this is a lot. You made a nice amount. And we just... Oh, beautifully cut. Do you think we should take... I think I'll cut the eggplant a little smaller. I loved what you said the other day. I don't know if it got proper attention because I was whisking in the bowl and the sound of my mixing was so loud. The thing about the chemicals, would you take 2 teaspoons of chemicals?
Yeah.
Say that thing again.
Okay.
This is why not eat
yeah, right.
organic food.
Whether you went to a supermarket or a paint store, but let's say you got a large bottle of Windex. Would anyone who's sane and caring about living, would they take a teaspoon and take 2 or 3 teaspoons a week of Windex? And the reason why I say that is, indirectly, whether it's the fertilizers they're using on the food, the hormones they're shooting into the breast of the fowl, the chicken and turkey, you're getting the same equivalent. You're getting things that are harmful to your body. And where you wouldn't put it in directly, you're doing it now where it's diluted, but certainly it'll lay it up. And,
right, and it gets caught in the muscles and tissues and lymphatic system, so that your body, you're using your muscles as like a filter for the junk. So I thought that was a brilliant kind of way to explain it, Herbie. You got some fresh ideas. I want to thank my live studio audience. because it was his idea. He's like, hey, why don't you make soups for Herbie and get matching crock pots so that you could have a soup in one. He gets to have the crock pot in his apartment and you can just switch, which is great, except the fancy crock pot I got was too digitally complex for me to explain to Herbie. So I'm going to get the lesser version that's maybe $40 that just has the slow, medium, high, and that way he can have this even after we cook it in the pot, or he can even, now that he knows how to do this, put his in his crock pot, turn it on, and then there's no fear of it burning or leaving a stove on. And I have to say that the clay, VitaClay, crock pot that I have is wonderful. I'm using it for chaga brews and horsetail and nettle and all of those beautiful things that combat environmental stress and boost our immune system. I'm going to put some in here, actually. I'm going to put some reishi and chaga. The clay. When you cook in clay, it seeps the moisture out. So if you're working in a crock pot and the moisture is leaving, you have to be really careful about adding in the water. So the peat in the pot, get a less expensive model, and we'll be back with you on that one. So this is it, Herbie. Isn't this beautiful? Okay. I'm going to fill it with water. We're going to, what?
And then I would recommend once it's cooked, show a picture showing how much we're enjoying it, because I know we will.
Exactly. We'll be back. So we won't even say get your greens on yet.
Bye-bye.
He said bye. Oh, we're on. Look who's in the house. It's our live studio audience. And I was...
My head cut off.
Well, let's lean down like this. Okay, so the reason, Jeff, the rotographer, and the reason we turned the camera back on, because he was like, well, what about some chaga mushroom? So I'm going to have you talk about whatever you want to talk about, plus your exciting new idea.
Oh.
Here, this is what we're putting in. Reishi and chaga.
Yeah, we're just going to jing up the soup a little bit. We'll put a little bit of chaga, chaga tastes good on its own, so we can put a decent amount in there, maybe like a tablespoon or two. Reishi, I'd say let's put a teaspoon, because the flavor on that one, we don't want the soup to get too funky. But
I like funky.
another idea is spring dragon tea, and a friend told me that you can just eat the stuff.
Wait, make sure you can hear you. You could just eat it. See?
Yeah, so we're just gonna tear the thing open and throw it right in the soup. And some teas you can make the tea first, or put the tea bag, let it float on top of the soup and then take it out when you're done. Things like that. But with the spring dragon tea, which is mostly gynostemma, which is very good for you, we're just gonna tear the thing open and throw it in there. There's a few other things in there. Does it say on here?
That's why I turned on the
Shazam
camera, because
draw.
I was like, what, do you want me to make a tea and add that? He's like, no, you just open up the bag and pour it in. I'm like, we're turning the camera on. That's a great tip. Because gynostemma is like the tea. It's non-caffeinated, and it's good for longevity.
It's got it does a lot of things.
Yeah, do you
We'll
remember?
Get back to you on that.
We'll get back to you. We definitely know it extends your life.
Look it up, gynostemma.
Gynostemma.
It's one of the tonic herbs from Chinese medicine.
Yes. And this one is from Ron Tea Garden, dragonherbs.com, and we love it.
What's up, Ron? Shout out.
Hi. Ron and I never did our video. I think that could happen. So anyway, so that's why we turn the camera on, and we can take things strong flavor. So I might add 2 teaspoons of reishi, definitely 2 tablespoons of chaga mushroom, which boosts our immune system and combats stress. So in these times of the new year and after the holidays and all the running around that everybody's been doing, and even if you haven't been running around and you've been deep resting like we have.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I've been resting. I've been chilling, hibernating.
Silent days.
Yeah, I have a couple days where I just don't even talk to anybody. Where I live, it's pretty up on top of a mountain, and don't get a lot of visitors. So yeah,
it's a luxury.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a luxury to be able to take a day to yourself, even if you can do it, and just know that nobody's coming in the door, and you get to be quiet. I remember I used to put a sign on my chest when I really needed silence, and I would write "in silence," and you get some funny looks when you go outside, but it's nice to not have to speak. I think that's good.
I got some funny ideas, but
Tell us. We can edit it out if it's weird.
no, it's okay.
Come on, funny idea.
I was thinking like duct tape or something. You put duct tape over your mouth and walk around. People know, oh, she's not talking right now.
Silence
Silent
written
retreat.
on the duct
Yeah.
tape. I'm gonna silent retreat.
I forget the name of it.
The duct tape?
The name of the name of the silent retreat, Vipassana or something like that.
Vipassana,
Yeah, I was talking about that today with somebody. Look that up too.
To take it, a silent retreat is just, it's a luxury, really, in my opinion. It's no different than taking hot baths and taking sun baths and grounding, and it's one of those things that we need to rejuvenate, unplug, deep rest.
Okay, I think we're done.
Do you think the soup will be done in a half hour? Is that pushing it?
I'm nervous now. Can we shut the camera off?
Yes, okay.
I hit my max.
Bye. We'll be back for the tasting. Okay, everybody, it's done. How long was that, you guys? How long was it? About 45 minutes?
Yeah.
That's it. 45 minutes. The quinoa is done. It has turmeric, a little olive oil, a little salt. You can come in, Herbie, and live studio audience whenever you feel like it.
Should I come in with my spoon?
Yeah, I'll get you a spoon. Okay, so in the quinoa, salt, olive oil, turmeric, however you want to say it, and, they're sprouted, they're so cute, the little millet. It's a great little thing. They're beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
It looks great, as well as the smells. The aroma's terrific. It's what food should smell like.
Aww. And you made this, Herbie. Basically, all I did was add some things.
Basically, all I did was use a knife.
I just covered it with water, some salt, some coconut oil. Done. You can do that, right?
All right, we got a new partnership going.
All right, Herbie's my sous chef. So you can try the quinoa, millet, buckwheat mix. I highly recommend it. It's lovely. Here's a spoon for you, and I'm inviting the studio audience to come and taste. But is there anything you want to say before we taste, Herbie?
Really, watch my facial expressions.
Okay. You like wooden spoons. He's already been in, so it's not a surprise. You have to lean down because you're tall. You're a tall one. It's on. It doesn't look like it's on. Oh. It's on. So here's yours. Mm-hmm. Here you go, Herbie.
Thank you.
And here's your...
This is my quinoa.
We added the turmeric for flavor, and turmeric is a spice from India that helps your body get rid of inflammation. So if you've done anything,
It has to cool a little.
Okay, we'll blow on it.
But they're very tasty.
Yeah.
And listen, it's the best that the Mother Earth gives up.
It's hot. I just want to make sure you're in and that we're on. Hold on. Yeah, you're in. We're on. It's good, right?
I'm gonna go over here
Okay,
now.
bye. So, it's so nice to prepare food with love, and you'll be healthier for it. So if your friend calls you and says they're around the corner, tell them to come over because you might be inspired to make a beautiful meal, even more beautiful, because they're here.
And you can
Jack.
ask him in a nice way to cut up the vegetables.
It was already done by the time he got here. And I have this, I want this. So enjoy, bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Great.
Great.
I'm so lucky.
Aww.
I'm down there, and I come up here to heaven. Super.
I'm lucky. We're lucky. We're lucky, Herbie. All right, so happy day, everybody. Get your soup on. And
it's like every day is Valentine's Day. Every day is New Year's Eve, Labor Day. It's a holiday.
Yeah.
It's great being here.
Yeah.
Love
Bye.
you.